So every single day, I have either people messaging me on Instagram, on WhatsApp. I have family, I have friends, I have a lot of people asking me saying, "Teach me to trade. I want to trade. I want to learn to trade." I've always wanted to learn to about forex and all of these things. So I thought I would just make a video to for anyone that's ever asks me that. This will be the video that I'll send to them so that you understand what you're getting into and whether or not you actually want to get into it. So when you're wanting to trade, there's going to be a list of 5 things that you need to fully understand in order to make a trading or even in order to start somewhere. So number one, you need strategy. That is when you're going to go on the chart and you're going to have some sort of edge, whether it's there's many different ways to have a proven system in the strategy. For example, let's say every single day you're going to just, I'm making a very random example here, but you're going to buy strictly at 8 a.m. no matter what. That's your strategy. Now what you would need to do is you've got to formulate data on that. You're going to use how successful is that strategy. What is the win rate? What is the risk reward, which I'll go over in point 2. All of these sort of things. So once you have a strategy with an edge, you can tick that off, and you need to back it up by data. If your strategy is based on your opinion, you're not gonna succeed. It needs to be backed by data and statistics. Number 2 is risk management. So if you have a trade and it loses what you risk, so you're obviously going to put a stop loss. You're going to lose exactly what you risk. Risk reward ratio. When you win, you want your wins to be bigger than your losses. So for example, if your wins are 2 times the size of your losses, you can have less than 50% of a win rate and you're still going to make money. So you always have to use a stop loss and you have to have a take profit. Well, I suggest to take profit, but a stop loss is non-negotiable. Position sizing. So that's something you need to study if you're wanting to learn. I don't really teach that because I don't have the time to, but I do teach strategy in detail. I could give anyone that wants to learn a very, very good strategy, and it's backed by years of data. Position sizing basically means if I have a $10 account and my friend has a $100,000 account and we both want to buy gold, the size of your position will be a lot size, will determine how much are we risking or how much gold are we buying. A $100,000 account will buy a lot more gold than a $10 account, but the profit and the loss will be higher, and so on and so forth. One trade should never be able to destroy you. That's so true. The worst that should happen in a trade should be one lost risk, so -1R, and the best should be TP or whatever. But you should never lose your account in a day unless you're willing to say, listen, I'm gambling now, I'm going to lose my account in a day, or I'm going to risk it. That's a whole different type of trading when you want to do account flips and stuff. But traditional sustainable trading, that's very, very true. Number 3, psychology. So for example, I have a system that has about a 50 to 60% win rate, 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. My wins are bigger than my losses, and I only win half my trades. So sometimes I have losing streaks of 5 losses in a row. I've got to remove my emotions. I've got to follow my rules. I can't enter trades out of revenge because I'm angry. I have to trust the data, trust my edge, even after losing streaks. And basically what I always say is just show up and execute. So that's the only thing you have control over. You don't have control over the outcomes. Number 4, capital. If you don't have capital to trade with, you can't trade. It's like a gun with no bullets, literally. You need money to make money. Prop firms are a good option for those that are starting out. You can get, I suggest, I'm not going to go over that in detail here, but do some research about what are prop firms, and then, respect their rules, and you'll get funded with nice capital. And it's quite a relatively affordable way to get hands on $200,000 capital, and you can trade and make some good money. For example, if you're making, let's say, 10R in a month on a 100K account, your investment would have been $500 and your return would have been $10,000. However, you need to know the skill how to trade. That's the difference. It's easier said than done. And then number 5, some harsh realities. In all honesty, most traders do fail. I would say like 99.9% of people that enter trading fail. I only know a few that are profitable, and I'm friends with all of them. Master boredom, yes, it's very, very boring. Trading is boring, and that's a good thing. It shouldn't be exciting. It is boring. Showing up every day doing the same thing. And every day you just take a beating or you take a win and rinse and repeat. That's all you can do. There's no shortcuts, only screen time. You've got to master your strategy. You've got to master yourself. That is very, very true. And your biggest enemy in trading, it is you. It is yourself. So if you can master yourself, get access to capital, control your psychology, control your risk, and have a good strategy, that's the recipe for a successful trader in one video. If you want more information and you're interested, or you want to learn, or you want to join Signals, or whatever it may be, you can send me a message. But this video is just to sort of introduce you to the concept.